Hey guys, Boogie Travels, and today we have traveled to Arlington, Texas. We're at the Arlington Esports Convention Center, I think is what they're calling this place now, for a small gaming con called Retropalooza, and we'll see some really cool people here like Billy Mitchell, hopefully, 8-Bit Eric, the Game Chasers, 16-Bit Pete, a lot of people in the gaming sphere. But what I mostly want to show you today is the old school games, the old school game collections, and some of the cool stuff that you can buy, including exclusive art and stuff you basically can't get anywhere else. So let's go check it out. Now, I don't want to get too close because they're currently live streaming this. But this is the one and only Billy Mitchell, the one once known as King of Kong, currently live streaming an attempt at breaking the record for Pac-Man. Here you can see the screen. Let's see if he can do it. Oh, and if you head over to Billy's booth, you have plenty of merch to pick up as well, if you're a fan. By the way, for those of you with a discerning palate, if you hit up Billy's booth, you can pick up this King of Kong sauce. Spicy. Very common at these types of events. You'll see lots of different tournaments. And now this is the loser bracket for Smash, and there's tons of other games for you to come and play at these types of things as well. So if you want to play some retro video games, these types of cons are definitely it. A little bit of a try before you buy situation in case you want to pick up an older game. Also, these types of events, you'll tend to see a lot of different tournaments that you can play in, and along with the tournaments there's prizes, including these trophies. Here is one for Wii Bowling. This is a very cool one for Paperboy. Here's one for Root Beer Tapper. And a few other prizes as well, including Star Soldier High Score, King of the Ring, and the best vendor booth. So with that said, let's go check out some vendor booths. If you're looking to recapture your childhood, here is pretty much one of a lot of the different systems that you would have grown up with. Some of the newer stuff like the Super Nintendo Classic Edition. But if you want an original Sega Genesis, ColecoVision, even a Pro Sports TVG 1001 by Electrophonic, all available for purchase right here. Here's some more peripherals, including a ColecoVision expansion module, which I have never heard of, the NES satellite, so many different controllers, different peripherals, as well as a ton of games. And some of these games can range for just a few bucks to hundreds of dollars. People will gladly pay to recapture their childhood. Now, if you're a nerd collector and you've already bought all of the official stuff you want to get, a lot of the times at these events, you can see stuff you'd never see anywhere else, including this awesome Pac-Man quilt, this creeper quilt, and there underneath Pac-Man, see if you can make it out. That looks like a Stormtrooper helmet. Kind of want all of these. Wow. Then there are these handcrafted coasters. No matter who you are, no matter what license you like, it looks like there's one available, including Addams Family. Really like this Uncle Fester. Now, while Billy is playing Pac-Man, if you wanted to play, here we have a Pac-Man machine set up for free play, as well as the original Mario Brothers as well. Oh, so these you were saying these have been for sale?
Well, technically, yes.
Shady J has actually purchased this Mario Brothers one. So this one is no, but how much do you want for an original Pac-Man machine?
For you?
Yeah.
I'd take $1,000. I'm asking 15, but I'd do $1,000 for that thing.
Oh my God, if I had the room.
To take it home.
Oh, I would, oh my God.
And it's got the speed chip in it too. If you want to crank it on, you can watch how fast he moves. He makes Miss Pac-Man look like a little girl running backwards.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
It's too much fun. There you go.
Dude.
It's way more fun with the speed chip.
Well, if anybody out in the audience has $1,000, you're watching this, know that you can pick up a modded Pac-Man with a speed chip ready to go.
That was the Boogie price.
But that was the Boogie price. How much for them?
15 is what I'm asking for.
1,500. Sorry, guys. You got to be the Boogie if you want to save 500 bucks. Always a big hit at these events is Of course, the pop vinyls. If you missed a specific exclusive, a lot of these times these vendors will buy up those exclusives and sell them back to you here for a few bucks. But if you ever wondered why I stopped collecting pop vinyls, it's because there are just too many to collect. This would fill up an entire bedroom. And this isn't even all of them. I mean, there's so many more to get. Though I do love these Borderlands ones. Wow, 25 bucks for the Psycho though. These guys have such an incredible selection of toys. Look at this. These are the folks over at GeektopiaDelivers.com. They have probably one of the best booths here. And if you're looking for unique art with some of your favorite characters, this guy has a very Halloween theme going on. Yeah, Jason, Michael Myers, it's awesome, Pennywise, Freddy Krueger. But it can't be a Trinity because there's 4.
Oh, no, these guys, not necessarily him.
Oh, okay, the Unholy Trinity.
The Unholy.
And then my personal favorite.
And then Pennywise. It doesn't really count because he's not vintage enough.
Great art, though. Love everything you're doing here. Good stuff. So this guy's got quite the collection of stuff I have never seen, and I never knew that this ever existed. This is Garbage Pail Kids cereal, which apparently included 2 trading cards inside.
But it's as bad as the movie.
Wow. Did this...
But it's as bad as the movie.
So my question is, did that come out about the time as the movie? Is this that old or is this new?
It is not that old. It was sent to me from some company that they do all like retro inspired stuff. And they're like, hey, can we send you some products? And I was like, yeah. They sent me that, and they sent me 2 candy bars that were like blister, pus, strawberry, chocolate.
Did you eat those?
I might have tried it.
Well, I'm glad the cereal is still intact. I'm stealing it. Now here at the Esports Arena, they made me check my weapons at the door, but the good news is, if you did leave your weapon at the door,
Buy one inside.
you can pick one up inside, including Frostmourne. This is Holy Bringer, I think. Cloud's massive weapon as well. Quite an incredible collection of swords. Some of these are foam and some of them are straight up metal. Pretty powerful stuff. And of course, button collectors always have a field day at events like this. You're looking to pick up some new retro buttons or just do some trading. Chances are they've got something here for you. And just because it's a video game convention doesn't mean you won't find some really decent comics as well. Some of these ranging for as cheap as just a few bucks to as much as 50, 60, 75 bucks. Some really rare issues. Some really cool stuff as well. Tons of opened old school toys here. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, He-Man, and a few other licenses as well. But I am really tempted to pick up this Rancor holding Luke Skywalker. And then this Power of the Force Millennium Falcon with 4 row sounds. 175 bucks to recapture your childhood. If you had one of these, but might be worth it. These are really unique by the folks over at Random Smash Customs. You have Pokemon Terraria. A little live-in place for all of your different Pokemon. I actually have a couple of these at home. And I think they're absolutely fantastic. Again, a little more handy arts and craft stuff, including some of these more 8-bit style perler beads. But this is something you won't see really much of anywhere else. These are those 8-bit characters put into actual paintings. I think you said you found these at thrift stores and then paint on the...
Yeah, we go to we'll hit up 20 Goodwills in a day. And we'll just get as many of cool paintings as we can, and then we...
alter them to make them nerd chic. I'd much rather have one of these in my hotel room than I would what I have in there. Right now, it's just a dumb cowboy hat.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to Texas.
Mm-hmm. Though, a little known fact for those of you who've seen my house tour, you may recognize this little bit from Super Mario 3, or is it World? That's Super Mario World.
Yeah, World, yeah.
I actually have one of these, except it's actually a keyring holder. Love it. These folks are the pixelizedprincess.com. You want to give them a shout out. They have some really cool stuff. I love these canvas prints. Very nice. Though out of all the cool retro stuff you can find here at Retropalooza, I have to say this is the most retro thing I can think of. This is literally the Ninja Turtles telling you not to do drugs. Is there anything more 1990s than that? Amazing. Now, if you're an old man like me, by the way, I am 45 years old, you might actually see some of these older products, these Intellivision games still in box, and you can get them for as cheap as $6, $4 for some of these games. Some classics in here. How do you get by with selling them so cheap?
Honestly, I would sell them for cheaper than that.
What? Well, do you have a television system to play them on? Well, there's your problem.
I sold that earlier.
That's your problem. There's some modern games as well. I've been seeing these all over today, but I think that's the best price I've seen all day.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get rich, man.
Good job. Sitting here with my friend Damien. You got a booth here this year, right? But none of this is stuff you have for sale.
No,
this is personal collection
items that were
stuff.
sent to me by a buddy of mine.
And here we have a couple of Johnny Fives that have been 3D printed. These are really cool. This one's already been painted. Obviously, no paint on this one.
No, and this is from the second movie when he becomes a citizen. At the end, they paint him gold.
You know, I've never seen Short Circuit.
You never seen
number two? No.
Now,
I've seen the first one, but never the second one.
These are basically smaller versions of the big one that I showed you a couple years ago.
Oh yeah.
And he basically printed them in parts. It's a total of 73 pieces, and he put it together. Cool thing about this one, this is magnetized, as you see. It's magnetized to the base, so you can take it off and it won't fall off. Well, it won't fall off there. See?
That's
cool, right?
Cool, yeah.
Then it's magnetized here. You can take it off and you add. Pretty neat.
That's really
this
badass.
guy.
Now this is from the movie Batteries Not Included.
Yeah, it's cast resin. It's the little robot that doesn't make it at the beginning of the movie, and they end up bringing him back to life. The big, big character that takes him.
And then
this other guy.
Here we have, what movie was it? The Lost World, you said?
No, Flight of the Navigator.
Flight of the Navigator.
His name is Muckman, something like that. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. It's kind of hard to say it. It's an 80s movie. It's about a little boy that finds a ship that takes him back in time, or takes him to the future, and he's collecting animals, and this is one of the animals in the ship.
So if you like to bootleg, 3D printing is amazing. You can do some really amazing stuff and get footage you will never find anywhere else. Very cool. Guys, that's been my Retropalooza experience. I'm gonna wrap up this video, but before I do, let me show you where we currently are. I'm up here on stage with all of the other talent and all of the other gamers and creators. And right out there is the audience. So I want to say goodbye. I'm going to go answer some questions and have some fun. Guys, as always, thanks for watching. I love you very much. And I'll speak with you again soon.